Well, we find Rogers here seemingly unwilling to emerge from any available hiding place after the ongoing drenching that he and everyone else suffered in Swindon's somewhat disappointing 3-2 defeat at Salford. And even this attempt to lure him out more into the open with some sweet treats is only having some degree of partial success. What are we to make of this result and this performance? First, I think we do have to conclude that the selection change of going for the three out-and-out strikers didn't really function. It does seem fair to say that, as the manager suggested, the instinct to club it up to a big striker, Ollie Palmer, was there a little bit too much, and when Kilkenny and friends were on the ball and Swindon played the ball on the ground, that was when they were more effective. I didn't think... there we go, Rogers. Let's see if you can enjoy those a little later on. I don't think there can be too much necessary concern about the replacement of Mabete by Knight Labelle, who put in a pretty solid performance, got that equaliser. I think the thing is that young players in a first season especially will go through peaks and troughs, and it's up for the manager really to try and determine when perhaps he sees that form in training, rather than it being a little bit more costly in the games itself. And what can we say about the Salford winner other than somewhat chaotic, to put it mildly, really, when a point was there for the taking in all three of the games where Swindon have been beaten now. They've succumbed to late goals, two through pretty bad mistakes, really, against Walsall and now Salford, and then Barnet, of course, was a slightly different creature altogether. So, I mean, some frustrations there. Immediate kind of underlying disaster that would take Tannibal away from someone, which Rogers is certainly not going to permit. I don't think we are entirely out of hope and sweetness, as it were, after this loss, frustrating as it may be. Elsewhere, it appears that Cheltenham have dispensed with Mike Flynn following Gary Johnson out the door, so they are in some distress there, looking for anything or anyone to save their season as things stand. But Rogers will try and dry himself out before bringing you next week's ratings ahead of the game with Bromley.